Hello guys, and welcome to another video of Technpix, and in this video I am going to get into something which is really simple, and that is called compositing or composting or composting composite. And in this video I'm going to get into making a composite. Now what is a composite? A composite is a mixture of the same picture with different exposures to create a let's put it on this almost on the same level as an HDR, where you have all the highs, the lows, and the mediums exposed as equally as possible. I took this picture with the Samyang 12mm f2 on the Sony a6000. Now, if you see, the picture is very bright. It's very much blown out. It is very overexposed. If you look at your histogram here, you can see that it is very much exposed. Really blown out. I took a second picture at the lowest f-stop possible, which in this case I think on the lens is f22, and you can see it brings out the rays of the sun here. You have a lot of flaring coming in here, coming into your little blur, a little purple area there with flaring, and then you have your third picture, which is somewhere in the middle. So I would say around f8. So you have these three pictures, and you want to put them all together, and you want to make something which will give you equal levels, and everything will look good. How do you do that? In Lightroom. Now, whenever you're in Lightroom, what you do is you just click on your first picture, the pictures that you actually want to put together. You hold down your Control key, and then you click on the second picture and the third picture, and you see here it says 3 selected. So it confirms that 3 pictures were selected. And what you do is you right click your mouse, and then you look for an option that says photo merge. And here you have two options. As I said before, HDR, which will put them together and give you the best levels, and panorama. You want to click on HDR, which in this case means high dynamic range, but that is a little bit exactly what is going to happen now. And when you click on it, just wait, and depending on how powerful your computer is, it could take anywhere from 10 seconds to 5 minutes, and we'll just speed things up and come back to it when the picture's done. And here we are, it is now finished, and as you see that the picture looks completely different than what it looked like before. Of course, this is the final edit based on the pictures that we had, but it's not the final picture, it's not the final product. Now you have your different things here. Each thing does something different. So here we see already that the auto align click is on. Now this makes it so that the picture is as straight as possible. It aligns everything perfectly. Auto tone, yeah, okay, let's keep that in. The deghost amount is clicked on high, and when you put on none, you will see that this happens here. It looks horrible. What you want to do is you can also select it on low. I think there is little to no difference between low and high. Just give it a second for the computer to actually process and do its thing. And that is what it looks like on low. Now if you click on high, notice how it looks almost exactly the same. If not, it looks exactly the same. There you go, and there is no difference between the low and high. Only between none and, well, everything else here. Medium, it doesn't make a difference. So I would just keep it on high if that's what looks the best, and then you click on merge. Then you give the computer, you see here it says creating HDR. You give it some time to actually work and do its thing, and then it'll make a extra picture down here, which you can then go ahead and select and then start editing as if it's a regular picture. It'll make a regular DNG file, which is another type of raw file, which you can actually import into your program and just go ahead and start editing. And here is the finished product. Now let's get rid of this because it's distracting. And there you go. If you come in, you'll see that there is a lot of noise. Now that's normal because it is also taking a lot from the picture that was not so bright. So that is not a problem, because when you're out this far, you can just go ahead and regulate the levels, and you can just go ahead and modify the picture. If you just get into a little bit of a quick and dirty, You can make it a little bit brighter here, give a little bit contrast. The highlights, which is the sky here, is all. So the highlights that is here, it was already all the way down. You just want to keep it that way. Shadows, see, now it's just working the levels here. I mean, you can just go ahead and you can play with it, and it actually is. You can actually get it to a point where it actually looks good. You can pump up the clarity. You can bring the brightness down just a little bit like that. You can then raise up the shadows like that, because by lowering the exposure, you get the flare lines from the sun. You can raise up the shadows, and that brings out the building a little bit more. You can just really work with it. Raise it up here. You see that it's already taking on a very dramatic effect, and it's real simple to make it this way. Now this is just a very simple basic example, but you can do this with any picture. So that is exactly how you make it. It is real simple. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment below or leave a comment on any of my pages. And don't forget to visit the brand new website, Technpix.com. Link on the screen right now. Do not forget to visit the brand new site, Technpix. It is, of course, still a work in progress, and I'm working on it every single day as much as I can. That's why not so many videos have been coming out lately, because I had to get that situated and visit the site, and just I'm going to be filling it with different types of reviews and opinions and articles, and it's going to be a fantastic site, and you can find, and it should be your one-stop shop for everything photography and technology related, but the technology that has to do with photography. So guys, this is Carl for Technpix. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Go out and start snapping.